Well, it's another nice hot day. Today is day number 40, I believe, of 100-degree weather here in Texas. And if you're not used to the weather here in Texas, let me tell you, it is like living inside of a microwave oven. Well, you know, it's been a while since we've done any investigations because of this brutal heat, and a lot of locations do not have air conditioning. So I'm going to sneak out and do a quick little ghost box session with a Radio Shack little hacked spirit box, the 12587, and that's coming right up. Well, I'm back out here at my favorite cemetery to go to. It's probably one of the most peaceful cemeteries that I've ever been to. Although the cemetery where my mother's buried and our twins are buried, that's a very, very peaceful cemetery. But this one's probably second on the list. It's just very nice out here. So I'm gonna do a quick little ghost box session with the Radio Shack 12-587. It is a hacked radio. For those that don't know, you can actually hack it to where it will scan through the frequencies, and you can either scan up or scan down. And this one's nice because it is AM and FM. For some reason, I like AM in cemeteries for some reason because it seems to get better responses. But we're just going to do a quick little session just to see about these little hacked radios and how good at they are. I'll change this to AM.
Next, it goes to the House for a vote. Election season is here with midterms in November and an eye on the start close. Great.
Hello. My name's Andre. I've been here many, many times before. Is there any spirits here that would like to talk?
Taking part. Served as the person came ahead of no longer.
It's been a long time since I've done spirit box sessions, so I'm probably a little bit on the rusty side.
Double digit reduced today, mostly sunny.
Hello? You know, I'm going to change over to FM just for giggles. Pull the antenna out. We'll scan up the scale. Hello? Are there any spirits here that would like to talk? Are you buried out here? Pretty breezy out here today. Now there is one thing to keep in mind with this Radio Shack 12587 is that even when it's hacked, it has a tendency to stop scanning. I remember I got some pretty good replies out here in this area before. Hello? Using this radio, I can give the opportunity for you to speak if you'd like. Can you tell me where your grave is at? In front of us? What's the last name on it? Can you tell me the last name on your grave? To the left? What's the last name? Billy Graham. That's probably radio. That was a nice little whisper. I wonder what that was. Gonna have to go back and listen to that. Sometimes you can, let me turn this down for a second. Sometimes you can actually hear a reply come through that sounds totally different than what some of the other replies are. And after you've been doing this for a while, and I've kind of taken a break from it, but when you've been doing ghost box sessions or spirit box sessions, whatever you want to call it, when you hear a certain reply, it's the way that it comes through that you know that it's not radio, that it is something other than that. Let's go back to AM. We'll scan down and see what happens.
That's what I want. Like that. Oh.
Let's try something. I want to go to your grave if you're close by. Can you tell me, do I need to go forward, backwards, left, or right? Do I go forward, backwards, left, or right?
Changed my opinion.
Nothing too much coming through AM. So we'll go back to FM and try that again. We'll scan down this time. Okay, I'm looking for your grave. Can you tell me which way I should go? Forward, back, left, or right? Right. Okay. When I get close, tell me to stop. Thought I heard stop, but is this your grave? Oh, there's somebody freshly buried there. Ray Leah Lamond. You know, I often wonder. So I come out to these cemeteries and do these ghost box sessions, and sometimes there's good replies that come through. Sometimes it's like really nothing. Like today, it didn't feel like really anything. But then again, that's the way it is when you investigate the paranormal. I mean, you go out to a location and you do an EVP session and you do all this investigating and you come up with maybe only one EVP, and that's it. All right, I'm gonna go and close out this session in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. If you came through, thank you very much. All right, you got to go now. Bye-bye. So like I said, not every time you're going to get something, and you have to really be in the mindset. Today was just because, not because I was bored, but I wanted to kind of get out. I've been jonesing a little bit. Cindy and I, we got together for lunch last week and had a conversation about some ideas of what we want to do and how hot that it's been, and just kind of checking up on each other because we haven't really gotten together since our last investigation. So here I am jonesing a little bit, and it is 104 degrees today. It's ridiculous here in Texas. But you know, if you're interested and you'd like to know why and how that I got into ghost box sessions and doing ghost box sessions, because I was a huge skeptic. My first ghost box, which is probably what a lot of people got back in the day, was the PSB7. And to me, I was just like, God, it's such a static box, and it was irritating to listen to. And after a while, I was like, but then when you start doing the review, and you have to listen carefully, because a lot of these captures will be buried or embedded in that static. So you have to listen carefully. And yes, there are some very relevant replies that actually happen with ghost boxes. But then it kind of just made me go, And then I got an Andy's box, and that was a custom ghost box, and I was just like, wow, that really intrigued me because I got some really unique replies with it. So then I wanted to see if I could build one, and of course I took a look inside to see what he had, to see if I could replicate it. And luckily I was wow, it is starting to really get windy. At least it's a breeze. But then I started getting with a couple of people like Greg Manchester, who had kind of walked me through the sweep circuit, and Andrew Openlander. He had helped out a lot, answering a lot of questions regarding his box. And when I made my first ghost box, and I started getting replies when I first turned it on just to test it out, it was really weird because I tried something different. I actually put 4 speakers in this little ghost box, and I got some unique replies out of it, which made me really delve into it more. And for me personally, I think that a custom built ghost box or spirit box, whatever the proper terminology is, I think that when one is custom built as opposed to a hacked radio, you tend to get a little bit more replies out of it. And I don't know if it's because of alchemy and the person that's involved and their intentions when they made the box. I can do a whole other video about being in a good mood when you make a box or being in a bad mood, because I was in a bad mood one time when I made this one box, and that box was filthy. And what I mean filthy, the replies that were coming out of it were just atrocious. And I was just like, well, I'm gonna get rid of the box and get rid of it, like take it apart and throw away all the parts to it, because it, you know, I don't know, you know, here we are getting very spiritual about it, but it made me think, wow, I think that the person building the box has an influence on how that box works. And I will also say a caveat regarding these hacked radios. I think that if you hack a radio or you get a hacked radio from somebody, I think that you need to build a connection with the radio. Now, I mentioned this before years and years and years ago on the Andre's Ghost Box channel, that it's kind of like, my feeling is each spirit box or ghost box is like it has its own telephone number, and you have a technician, someone that facilitates that communication between you and the other side, and they've got to find your number to make that connection. But I will say that even when I stopped doing ghost box sessions and stopped investigating, that I was still getting a lot of activity, still catching stuff. I mean, I was doing family movies, and I'd catch EVPs, and I just kind of just ignore it. And I think when you ignore it long enough, it just stops. And now I'm kind of back into the stage where I'm more receptive to listening in again. So I'm going to have to build that rapport again and build that connection again. But, you know, I'll try, I'll do another video of these mass-produced spirit boxes, ghost boxes, whether it's a hacked radio versus a custom ghost box, just to see if there's a little bit of a difference. But that'll be in an upcoming video. May do that one tomorrow, may do it the next day. But anyway, just to see, now I have to go back home and listen to review, and review is always tedious. But I will say to everybody out there that does investigations, if you're going to do review every single second of your footage, every single second of your audio that you've captured, because all it takes is for you to skip forward and you'll miss something. And yes, it's tedious. I mean, if you've got like a DVR setup that's got 4 cameras and you're at an investigation for, let's say, just for 5 hours, well, that's 5 times 4, so that's 20 hours of footage. That's 20 hours that you have to sit in front of a computer with headphones on and listen and watch every frame, because there may be something that pops up, or there may be something that's said that you didn't hear at the time. Anyway, longer video than what I wanted to do, but just kind of let you know, we will be getting back at it. I'll explain more in the next video of what Cindy came up with a really good idea, and what our plans are for the future. And hopefully once this weather breaks and this heat spell kind of relaxes a little bit and we get into some normal human temperatures, then we'll get out there and start doing some more investigating. Anyway, if you have any questions or comments, comment in the section below to let us know. If you'd like to see just a video talking about ghost boxes and my journey through it from beginning to, I guess, now, let me know in the comment section. I'll be more than happy to do a video if you want to hear some ramblings. So until the next video, where it's mass produced versus custom, I'll catch you guys later. Remember, always keep it spooky. Bye-bye.